Cracking. What's up, people? Cracking. You guys ready for this one? Hey, my bad. I had a kept sitting in the back. I forgot Sunday was Easter, guys. My bad. I had to tell the homie my bad. Like people started showing up. I'm like, damn. Hey, but I was gonna do it at 1, but I gotta get my kids at 2. So here we are today, right now. Hey, we get it though. It's cracking though. Who's up in this motherfucker? 7 people tapped in this motherfucker already. That's right, homie. I appreciate all 7 of you guys, man. If y'all don't know who the homie is, you're about to find out, homie. Shout out to the homies up there, upstate at water, homie. Y'all already know. Respect, homeboys. That's how we gonna do that right now. Let me post a link for the homie. My bad, G. I'm over here. I keep forgetting that shit. That shit on me. Yeah. Cracking with you guys, yo. Hey, it's a badass jam right here. I like this jam. Oh, yeah. We got up in this motherfucker. We got right here. Money boy, man. What's up, my G? Salute, homie. Welcome to the chat, my boy. We got right here, homie. Yeah, let's get it. Hey, yo, that's right. Shout out to Joe Spooky Meyers. That's right. The real one right there. That's right. Shout out to the homie. Yeah, no, we talked. You know, he gave me a little name behind the scenes, and I know he's a real one for sure. You know what I mean? Shouts out from Koreatown 213. Hey, shouts out to Koreatown, man. Much respect, much love to all LA. All LA. Hey, turn your phone down a little bit, bro. I'll go to the room. Close the door. Hey, shouts out to LA, man. LA, Los Angeles, California. Hey, you guys are the number one watching my content. You guys are my number one supporters, man. So shouts out to all Los Angeles, California. Y'all already know. Ain't nothing but love from the IE. Here we go. Let me lower this down real quick.
What's up, my boy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me lower this down real quick, my boy. Got you. How you doing, my boy?
Yeah, how you doing, my boy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Appreciate my boy. My bad, though.
Chilling right here in the little. Oh. Yeah.
All right, what's up, Vidal? How you doing, fool? My bad to keep on. Like I forgot it was Easter, and you know what I mean? I didn't mean to put you off like that, like too long, homie. My bad, though. How you doing, dog?
This is hella echo. Nah, it's good, homie. This shit's hella echoing, so bear with me.
You might have the YouTube app open still.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're right. I do have it open. There we go.
Yeah, at Watertown Biz. That's right. Shouts out to that water, homie.
Yeah, my boy. You know what I mean? 9531 connection. We in the house. You feel me?
Yeah, you guys are deep up in this motherfucker, dog. That's right. I like that, homie. Homie supporting you up in here.
Hometown, you know.
Salute to the homies in here supporting you, dog. So what's up with you, homie? Let's get to know you, homeboy. Like, you know, who you are, you know, where you at, you know, music.
Yeah. Well, you know, I go by Spooky Meyers and shit. I'm a artist from out here, you know, from Central California and shit. You know what I mean? Been doing my music for a little while and shit. You know, got a little team. Got the homie right here. Probably don't want to be on camera, but I got the homie right here. The homie he produces, engineers, all our shit. The homie Boyle, he's from Santa Cruz, from Brown Pride. You know, shout out him. Part of a group, 9531 Connection. It's me, the homie Lazy Boy AT, the homie Flacco 209, and then the homie Easy 95301. But he's currently going through some legal shit at the moment. So free the homie and shit.
Free the homie, that's right. Free the real one. Free the real one.
Yeah. So yeah, we we're just putting it on. We just letting everybody know we up here. You know what I mean?
Hey, salute to all the homies upstate though. Hey, Atwater. How far is Atwater at? Atwater's where? Like by Merced up there, by Modesto?
Yeah, no, we're right next. We're Merced County. We're right next to Merced, maybe like 2-3 minutes away.
Oh, real shit. All right.
Yeah, we're like an hour north of
trenches. Y'all are really in the trenches.
Yeah, we in the trenches for sure. That's that part.
Hey, you know, I'm glad. Hey, you know what, homie? I'm good. That's cool to have you on the channel, homie. I appreciate you coming on because you know what, homie. I think a lot of upstate Sureños, homie. Us Sureños down here, we have to we beef with. We don't see the other side. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that, right? Like
No,
we don't
yeah, for
see.
sure.
Yeah. So we beef with our own people, but y'all beef with y'all beef with
The other
really in the
guys, yeah.
trenches, homie. Really in the where it's going down at, dog. That's what I'm trying to say, homie. So I salute to
Yeah,
all the homies up there, homie, putting it
yeah,
on.
no, yeah. Good looking at, salute back down there,
Yeah, your music is popping though, my boy. I like it. I like the fucking. I got that shit on right there.
Appreciate that.
That shit's popping.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So that's what you want to talk about, homie. What you feel free on spill elaborate talk. You want? I can put you on. Let you go. Let you speak what you want.
Whatever,
What you
my boy,
feel.
you leading this. I'm just here to,
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go with let them know where you at. You're in Atwater, up north, right? All the way
yeah,
up Northern California. That's where
Valley.
you're at. Spooky Meyers is his name. How long you been doing music, my boy?
Well, I've been doing music like, fuck. I think I want to say like started like 2009 and shit, but I didn't really like get like really like too serious or take it serious. Or really, actually, I didn't really get good until maybe like 2015 and shit. That's when my numbers started going up. But my run wasn't too long. You know what I mean? I got busted in 2017. I ended up getting caught up in the little indictment they did out here and shit. I did 5 years, so I barely got out last year. I barely shook parole and all that shit.
That's
Actually a couple
right.
of days ago. So fucking.
Salute to
So
that one, my boy.
yeah.
That's a fucking amazing, my boy. Damn.
Yeah, so I came out last year and my homie Lazy Boy, he was when I was gone, he was doing his thing and shit. So I came out, what I mean, I told his full sub, we got, what I mean, we set up a little studio out here, and what I mean, with the homie Pollo from Santa Cruz and shit. And we what I mean, we got it popping. We started dropping back to back, tracks and shit. And that video you're watching was actually like one of the first ones we did. I did another one by myself before that. It was called Long Ride, but that one is a banger right there. When you were just playing the No Love, that's like the first one we all got together, and did and shit. And that was like a product of like when I first came out and shit, because that video is like a year old already,
So you were like almost like fresh out pretty much when you did that shit.
Yeah, I was fresh out like a motherfucker. I was all skinny and shit. Fucking, I'm all fucking got a beer belly and shit now, but maybe I was all skinny fresh out the hole right there,
now, eating everything and shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you get too good at that good life out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, I feel you on that one, shit. Fool.
Yeah, I was all Greyhound out when I came out, you know what I mean?
Hey, so yeah, how many? I know I'm gonna post your links on after I'll post them on the comment section for the people that don't know who you are. They can find you. You know what I mean? I was gonna do it right now, but it started, so I was like, oh fuck, I wasn't able to.
Yeah.
But, how many tracks you have out? I mean, you have how many? Like you have albums?
Well, I got a lot, but to be honest, like you know what I mean, like shit I actually own, because before I went to prison, like I was young, you know what I mean? I was a youngster, you know what I mean? 18, 19 and shit, doing music, So I didn't know shit about copyrights. There was nobody really before me out here that was really doing music like that. So I didn't know about distribution. I didn't know about copyrights and nothing, So everything, you know what I mean? All those beats, they're all fucking, most of them were fucking stolen. Like none of them were monetized. So when I came out, I made it a priority to invest in my shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be wasting, you know what I mean? I'm 27 years old, I'm pushing 30, This is rapping is a young man game, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be doing it unless there's something in it for me, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna fucking, so everything I put out there, I want something back, So you know what I mean? I started, paying for my beats, working with like, different people I know that make beats. So I own all my shit now, So everything is monetized. So when I came out, I made it a priority to do that, So before, like all those songs from back then, like I always say, man, like I wish I could go back and fucking get that shit all the right way, because man, those songs from back then, dude, there's some of them were like fucking pushing like 200,000 views and shit, and that could have been all money in my pocket, and you know what I mean? It is what it is,
Hey, but you learned from that. That's the important part, and you stepped it up and you did what you had to do. You get your shit, owned.
Yeah,
so,
I had to, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, you know what I mean?
And a lot of homies don't get they don't think like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because there's a lot of talented homies, and even out here, there's a couple cats. They're youngsters. They be doing music, young ass fools. I'm talking about like teenagers and shit. So every time I get a chance to talk to them, because I see that they're doing their thing. They're running the views and shit. And that's like one thing I try to put in their head, like, hey man, like make sure you're like you're dropping tracks. Don't just be fucking just jacking fools with the beats and I mean that shit's cool for exercise. But I mean at the end of the day, man, you're gonna fucking regret it when you see that motherfucker run up and you're not getting nothing to show for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's true.
Because I wish there was somebody like me back then to tell me like, hey, you need to get your shit. You need to start fucking monetizing your shit, bro. Because It's cool. You know what I mean? You're just dropping tracks. You're having a good time. Like, that's cool and shit. But when you see that motherfucker go up and you're like, damn, you know, that could have been a fucking couple racks right there, you know?
Could have took you to the top, at least a little bit of bread. You're right, homie.
Hey, you feel me? And when you're on the streets, fucking thugging it, you know what I mean? A couple racks, let alone a couple hundred is, you know what I mean? That shit helps out.
Yeah, that's fucking, that's a lot of help right there, homie.
It is a lot of help.
You know? Hey, that's some real shit though, fool. That's respect right there, dog. Putting little homies on game of like, hey, monetize your shit. You know, unless you want to be, you know, SoundCloud rapper, steal people's beats and shit. Yeah, if you really want to go somewhere, yeah, you got to do it right.
No, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like don't get me wrong. Like before, you know, I used to post my shit. Like, you know, I was a SoundCloud rapper too and shit. You know, but I feel like that shit, like, it's cool. Like, you know,
that's where you
get your name. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's where it starts. But once you get your name out there, it's like, bro, you got to start investing in your shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, ain't nobody can invest in you but you know?
Right. Definitely. You're smart, Cat. You're smart. I'm 36, so I'm at your age, homie, I was nowhere near doing what you're doing, dog. So, like, hey, you know what I mean, generation now, you guys are really doing better. You know what I mean? Everybody's still doing their thing, but they're investing themselves in a little bit more money, you know what I mean, versus just nothing. Like,
well, yeah, you know, like, technology made it easier, too, though, because like now you have, you know, like the TuneCores, you have the DistroKids, you know, like you got distribution companies reaching out a little bit more, like Empire and fucking you know, Urban Life. They're starting to like reach out more because, you know, they're trying to keep up with like DistroKid and shit, you know. Back then, like when I first started rapping and shit, there was none of that shit, you know. And if there was, I didn't know about it, you know. So so now it's just getting easier. So it's like, why not fucking monetize your shit? It's fucking easy. All it is fucking, you know what I mean? You fucking sign up for a service and you know what I mean, you pay however much you're gonna pay for the year and you're good to go, you know. So it's like, why not make, you know, a couple bucks if you can, you know?
Oh shit. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, you're right though, fool. Hey, it's like on YouTube too, homie. Like if you're gonna be on here, you know, I want to say, you know, pushing a platform, well, you know, you got to work at it to get to that point where you're monetized. So everything you do is your shit, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like if you're not, someone could just come and take your shit and then monetize it and it no longer belongs to you, you know? And that's the fucking part, you know? But yeah, so these are all your people right here, right?
Yeah, in that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the homies right there.
Right here reminds me of my homeboy Martin. He looked just like him.
That's the homie Lazy Boy AT right there.
He looked like my homeboy, dog. Like exactly, fool. I trip out, homie. I'm like, he looks like Martin. I was tripping out, homie. It's trip, fool. Because there's always somebody that looks like somebody, homie.
Yeah, no, there's always, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? We all fucking related somewhere, somehow. Our families are tied in to Mexico or something. You know?
Homie called me yesterday. He's like, hey, fool, I thought I saw you at Little Caesars in Coachella Valley. I said, fool, you tripping? I'll be buying a pizza away like 3 hours away, fool.
Oh, shit.
Just like you, though, dog. I'm like, nah, what do you mean, fool? I be getting that shit a lot, though.
Yeah. Actually, the day of that video shoot, fucking Gang Task Force, they had seen that we were posting and we were doing a video, so they pulled up on us that day. Right after we were done filming, they pulled up on us deep as fuck. You know what I mean? They fucking hammed us all up. You know, a couple of the homies got caught with some burners that day and shit. You know, a couple of us went in. It was all bad, bro, you know? So it's like, but, you know what I mean? We got the video out there.
It was worth it, though. Yeah, I'm like, it was worth it.
I mean, I don't know about the homies that, you know, they caught that case, but, you know.
Free everybody's busted.
Nah, but they out now, you know what I mean? You know, these youngsters, you know, they get caught with a burner. They're going to go in there for, you know, a couple months at the most.
Oh, yeah, the young little homies, yeah, they good shit, homie. They shit.
Yeah, you don't got no record. You coming home on the bracelet.
Yeah, you're gonna get slapped in the wrist and turned around.
Sure. Yeah.
Go on, get out of here.
Those days are over for me though. I'm two striker. You feel me?
Oh fuck, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, dog. That's. I feel you, homie. Hey, it's good to see you on pod. You're doing, trying to pursue the music. You know what I mean? That's what's up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Now we got some shows lined up too and shit. We're gonna be out in Reno on Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna be opening up for Amanda Perez and MB Riders out there in Cinco de Mayo, and I'm gonna say it's Reno or Sparks, one of the two, but they close to each other. But it's at the Oak Room Lounge, something like that. We're gonna be out there Cinco de Mayo.
Damn, that's gonna be cracking.
Oh yeah, and then we got another show coming up on right here and right here actually in the hood and shit. I don't really want, you know what I mean? I don't really want to throw the details out there too much about that
Yeah,
one.
never that. Yeah, I feel you.
The ops and the hoorahs, they just come fuck shit up,
Yeah, I feel you. You know, like, on this channel, we try to stay away from all that. You know, I try to, homie, I don't drop names. I try not to do none of that shit. That's why I don't make stories about my life. I mean, I chose to pursue the lane I'm in, homie. So
And what's the trick too is that I remember I had checked out your channel before we had tapped in with each other because I was watching, I think it was the Hater World. I was watching that Tres interview, and they were talking about you and shit.
Yeah,
And then
that's
I
the
was
homie.
like, who is this fool they're talking about? So I typed it in and I was checking out your content, and then it's crazy because the homie from Loked Out had hit me up like, hey, the homie wants to talk to you about getting you on the channel and shit. And
Yeah,
I was
Loked Out, no doubt.
not the homie shit,
Yeah, I tapped in with Loked Out. That's because I told the homie like, I'm trying looking for solid homies to come on and that are pursuing music, homie, and they want a shot at fucking, just coming on the channel, homie, and just getting their shit heard or getting their face recognized, dog, on different subscribers,
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of subs, homie, so the name of the game is subscribers, dog, and views, people to hear who you are, your music, and flock your way, homie, and bump your shit, and that's what I do, dog. I try to bring the homies on, they're doing music, and try to support them and fucking,
Oh,
I try to do the best I can, dog.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. For sure. Because
on the Be Real, just people think YouTube's like you make fat, yeah, fool. I just do this as a hobby because I like doing this shit. I like having the homie. I like pushing the homies. Like I like fucking, little homies that are doing things positive, dog. Like music wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool because you tap in with a lot of. I met a lot of different people, homie, on higher levels, lower levels, through this shit. You know what I mean? And it's a trip, homie.
Yeah, fucking. It's just fucking. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world on here for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can see the comments now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking, shout out the homie Flaco and the homie Lazy Boy AT. They on here, they part of the group too, the 9531 connection and shit. Check us out on YouTube. We got some videos in the works too, we about to drop like 2-3 more videos and shit. It's just that I was waiting to shake this parole to kind of drop more videos, because I didn't really want to fuck it up, but now I'm off, so we're going full force. We're going in the next couple of months, we're gonna drop a few more videos,
Hey, I'll be waiting, fool. You guys stay in contact with me. DM me, homie. We'll keep in contact, fool.
For sure.
Music wise, homie, I like the music, homie, and I'll be waiting for the new music videos. That shit's gonna be bad.
Hell yeah! And then me and the homie Flaco, we actually dropping a new album. We dropping a new album. Fuck, I don't even know. We haven't even discussed the date for it. Like we got it all done. We just waiting on some legal shit to clear on them motherfucking samples. But Cold Summer and shit. Me and the homie Flaco and shit. A few months ago, we just dropped. You guys go check out these ones. They're already out. When I first got out, I dropped Hometown Celebrity. That's an album I got out on all platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, whatever. The homie Flaco, he just dropped From the Block to the Top, same shit on all platforms. And then the homie Lazy Boy AT, he's actually working on his shit. So I don't know when he's supposed to drop his shit, but he's supposed to drop it real soon. But he just dropped a video too, the homie Lazy Boy AT, called No Smoke and shit. That shit was pretty dope.
No Smoke?
Yes, sir.
So on YouTube or what?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's Lazy Boy AT, one word. No Smoke. Okay, Mac. Shout out the homie Mac 24. See you.
You say 1-3, my boy?
No, Lazy Boy AT, like A-Town.
18. This shit was going on. Right here, I already see it. Yeah, this one right here. This one?
It's called No Smoke. It's on the Bay Recon channel.
Yeah, right here. Hey, relax.
Shout out to Lazy Boy.
Nah, is it?
Hey, what emoji did Sapo put? Hey, come on, let me see it on here.
Oh, bad. I'm missing all the comments. My bad, guys. Tapped in from the. That's right. What's up, Brian? That's the homie, right? That's a solid homie right there. Straight up. I think it's this one. Let me turn it up a little bit. Damn it. No, oh, I changed it. Damn, I fucked up, man. Hey, so all your boys, all your home, all you guys do music, and all your people, all you guys.
Yeah, there's like 4 of us, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Is it this
we
one, my boy?
yeah, that's just the picture, huh? That's not the video. That's not the visual.
Nah.
Okay, no, but yeah, that's the song though. But yeah, that homie he just dropped the visual to that one. That was pretty dope.
Oh wait. Oh, I see all the homies you just named right here. All right.
Yeah, we got some shit, you know what I mean? And then the homie Pollo Santa Cruz, he be doing his shit with his homeboys right here. Is the homie right here, the one that be engineering and mixing. He also raps, Pollo, and then he has his homeboy that he be rapping with the homie what's Trips go by Trips and Young Darks, Trippy and Young Darks. They got shit that's on our channel too and shit. You know what I mean? We be
Yeah, I'm gonna check
networking.
out all the homies right there. I see them in the chat. I see their names popped up right there. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's freaking. So how's it out there? Out there where you at? Is it like is it I know it's not like cities like farmland or like is it like that? Like what is it like?
Yeah,
How's it?
well, I'm from a city. It's a small city, but I'm from a city. You
No,
know, what's it called? It's right. We're right here in the valley. You know, like we're like an hour north of Fresno and shit.
I
But
think the farthest I've been, my boy, is Delano.
yeah, it's way past the because I went to
Wait,
reception.
that shit?
It was a little
Delano
drive.
was hella far, my boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my city, we're mostly just the homies right here. You know, you could walk to the liquor store, you'll bump into another homie before you bump into one of the other guys. You know, we got got a couple bloods out here, but you know we cool with them. It's really it, bro. Just mostly homies, a homie town. Us and then the city next door, Winton, both homie towns. You know, like homie dominated towns, and then but everyone around us, you know, it's all bad, you know. But yeah. This is our shit right here, you know.
Salute to that one, my boy.
Yeah.
That's what's up, fool. Hey, so how many shows you got coming up now?
Just 2 right now. Shit, I'm hoping to get more cracky shit.
That's 2, homie. Like that's good enough. It's pretty good. Some homies don't even got 1.
Yeah.
You just travel with the team and shit. You guys just all travel together when you guys go shows and shit.
Yeah. We just travel together, you know. Fucking get a little motel room and shit, you know. Figure it out from there, you know.
Little parties and shit.
There, you know. As long as we got somewhere to sleep, we good, you know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to Loke though. I had seen you on his channel. I was watching your interview, and then, you know, I had talked to him first, and I said, "Hey, my boy, you know," he said, "Yeah, homie, you already know. I'll shoot him your way, you know, because I don't like to be stepping on people. Because right on this YouTube, homie, it's like, he's monetized, so you know, I don't want to step on his toes, homie. But he's like, nah, go ahead, that's the homie. Like, I'll shoot him your way, G. All right,
okay,
you know." Because you know what I mean, just to keep it solid, homie. You know what I mean, like across all boards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel that. It's like the rap game. Ain't no one giving a fuck. Hey, shit, ain't nobody. Motherfuckers be stepping on toes, taking the same beat this motherfucker used. Like it's just.
Shouts out to all the engineers out there, though, dog. They some smart motherfucking cats, homie.
Hell yeah.
You know, I look at those things and I'm like, you know, just. It's like, damn, homie. Shouts out to all you fools putting on music too, though, dog. Handling the business up there, putting on music. And we can definitely support that shit up here, dog.
Yeah.
That shit's free, man. What else we got going on? These are all you guys right here. All this is all you guys right here.
Yeah, probably. Everything's like under the 9531 connection channel. That's all us and shit.
You guys that's all one channel for all of you guys? Like all of your music?
Yeah, we pretty much share the same channel. What other one? Oh yeah, we're trying to start another channel, but I haven't really posted nothing on it yet. It's just called 9K Distro. But all our shit is just on the 9531 connection channel. If you go on there, you'll see all kinds of different homies on there. Like
I saw that shit. You guys are active on that channel. Like,
yeah.
You're gang of homies on there.
We got a gang of music going back to like 2014, 13 and shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna share your page on my community and I'll post it on the video so people could tap in with you, dog. it's important, homie. You got a lot of talent, homie, and I respect that, dog. You know what I mean? I'm glad to have you on here, dog. Fucking,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
like, on my bad, I took a little bit, but shit, I was trying to, you know
It's
what I mean?
good shit. I
Like,
mean,
single dad, 2 kids, motherfuckers be going crazy.
oh hell yeah.
Machete's a homie too. He's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying though, it was a trip though. Fucking like just hearing your name on the Hater World the podcast with
Oh
Tres,
yeah.
and then fucking checking your shit out, and then fucking to you know what I mean to you reaching out and shit. That shit was pretty tight. That shit was just like a little trip, you know.
Hey, I'm I'm just like you, my boy. Like I just tell everybody, like this is just numbers or digital numbers on a, you know what I mean. But I try to use it for the good, homie, for the righteous. You know what I mean? Fool? Like,
Yeah.
um, I actually built this channel from zero, my boy. So like zero, I had few like I had a lot of people trying to help, homie. But when you cut the grass, fool, you see who's who. You know what I'm saying, fool? So like I just paid attention, put my eyes on it, and I just started focusing on doing my own lane, dog. And yeah, I know like I talked to Thresh too. He's a good homie. Hater World too. They got good content.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been actually following that fool Blue Devil. I remember from back in the day, like when that fool used to actually they used to rap and shit. They were going at it with that
yeah,
fool from Romo and shit. I remember that shit back then, you know.
Homeland. You're right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Fool,
That
that's
fool
right.
Dreamer and
Yeah,
shit. They used to beef
yeah,
with that fool. They were making
yeah.
videos back and forth.
Yeah.
I remember from back then, you
Hey,
know.
what you know about that? Salute, my boy.
Hey,
Damn,
I've been
you're
following
a
I've
real
been
one right
following
there.
I've been following homie rap since fuck, since
Cool.
a little ass
You're a
kid, you
real
know.
one, my boy. I support you. I salute you, dog. You're a real one. Not too many people know that, dog. That's a trick, homie. You'd be surprised how many people don't know what you just said, my boy. Samuel. They don't stay tapped in like that, fool. Like,
I don't know.
you know, it shows you really supporting motherfucker, like straight up. Because that was way back. I remember that video too.
Yeah.
What a trip. Shout out to the homie Hater World, though. He's doing big things, homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. He blew up. He blew up. Dumping at the Stars Part 2 featuring Lazy Boy. Hey, low key, Dumping at the Stars. That's one of the songs I was talking about from back in the day. Like when I first started rapping, that motherfucker hit like almost like 200,000 views. That's the one I was talking about. And you know, that's like to this day, like, you know, like I listen to that shit, I cringe, like, fuck, dude, that shit sucks, you know. But a lot of homies, like, they're like, hey, what's up with Dumping at the Stars? Like, you know, like a lot of people like that shit for some reason, you know. And I get that to this day, you know. So that's something I want to do. I would like to remake that song with a couple new artists, you know, like, because that song like it's what got me known and shit, you know. So a lot of people are saying, like, what's up? That Stars Part 2. That is a song definitely I would look into, like, you know, remaking and shit, you know.
Is it this one? Yeah, Spooky Meyers. Don't have to start Spooky Meyers, right?
Yeah, that one's horrible. I wouldn't even play that, my G.
Oh, all right. Let's go back.
But a lot of people, for some reason, like that song. That's the one that.
Oh, shit. Hey, you should redo it. You should redo it, dog, and do a little better quality on it, homie. And now that the music's really cracking, fool, that shit'll probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had that same issue, dog, on YouTube, right? I posted a certain video of Adam 22 No Jumper getting soda thrown on his face. That shit hit almost 300,000 views, and YouTube they didn't let me monetize it, homie. They said nah.
Because there was some No Jumper.
Because they knew it was they let me monetize it, but they left it on YOLO. See, there's 3 kind of tags on YouTube. There's green, YOLO, and red. Red meaning copyrighted, you can't fuck with it. YOLO meaning they'll give you like 5% of 100%. So you know what I mean. So they gave me $20 for 300,000 views off that video.
Son, motherfucker.
I could have, but I was like, these motherfuckers know what's gonna fly and what's not, homie. It's like if they know what's gonna make feria and what's not. You know what I mean?
No, they
like,
do for sure.
It's just a trip.
They probably have a motherfucker. They probably have a couple motherfuckers just sitting right there, just like looking at all the videos and shit that motherfuckers trying to monetize and shit.
Right. There's a lot of competition, dog. But you know what I mean? Oh, fuck the silver chart cards. Hell no, fool. Hell no. I don't fuck
The
with
Chow
those
cards was at the county?
Me and the homie were in the same unit, but just different times, right? So fucking, we just fucking talk shit like, hey, remember this, remember that? Like, fuck, homie, fuck that shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of homies I was locked up with, they're starting to get out. They be reaching out and shit. Like, hey,
and I found homie on YouTube. What a trip, fool. Like, we were talking, and then he's like, yeah, telling what unit I was in, Upper West. And he's like, all right. Well, unit we talking shit. I was the same unit with different cells of the trip, homie. I just fucking ever since then we became cool.
Yeah.
You can't go like if someone tells you that you don't know them, then you know they're good. Homie.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't knock that shit, dog. Straight up.
Yeah.
Hey, Fuso, what do you write all your music or do you how do you write down all your music and like some people
Yeah,
just
yeah, right. I write that shit. Usually like sometimes like you know what I mean, on the pad, just chilling, and I'll find a beat, whatever, and I'll write to that motherfucker. But or sometimes I'll come to the studio, I'll be right here with Tommy Poe, and be like, hey, look, we'll check out this beat, and I'll write something on the spot. But I really don't take too long to write. Like I think I just after years of doing it, like I just like kind of got it down. Like I like freestyle it in my head, and then write down what I freestyle, and then like if it sounds cool, it sounds cool. I'll keep it.
yeah.
A lot of people trip out on me because of how fast I come up with shit. The homie right here
Yes.
be like, "Oh, si eres artista," like that fool.
Yeah,
My
you're a
line,
real
like, clown and
artist.
shit,
Yeah. Salute to that, dog. You're a real artist for sure, homie. Because you know what? A lot of homies they sit there for hours and they can barely come up with 16, or they barely
Actually,
can do it, They struggling.
before we got on this broadcast and shit, I was fucking actually I was actually fucking I was actually recording some shit. Like, well, the homie had sent me a song to do a feature, to a first room, and I had just laid it down real quick. I'd finished like probably like 2 minutes before I jumped on and shit.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to keep making you wait, dog, and I'm like, man, I gotta get my. I just.
Nah, yeah, life gets busy,
You say on verified? Put on verified? Is that what you say? Put on verified?
Oh, he's probably talking about my song, Verified.
Verified. Fool. How'd you find what's his name? Loked Out.
Loked Out, he started following me, to be honest.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and then we got to chopping it up, and we actually knew some of the same people because one of my homeboys had moved to where he lives out there in Georgia.
Oh, real shit?
And I think my theory is that maybe my homeboy was chopping it up with him, and so I'm check me out, and then that's how it came about. And then he was following me for a while, and I ended up just hitting him up like, hey, what's up, and we ended up just getting acquainted, and we ended up fucking just doing the interview and shit.
This one, right? The top one?
Yeah.
Lazy Boy, Spooky Meyers, Rascal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I just love this shit. Turn this shit up a little bit. Yeah.
I can get your ass checked like he was trying to compare fine. I ain't fucking.
Frank is your guest a Wood? He's not a Wood. Nah, he's Hispanic. He's a Southern Mexican.
Oh man, is asking if I'm a what?
Yeah.
Ah man.
Let him know where you at, dog. Let him know. He's from Atwater.
Yeah, I'm a homie, G. I'm a homie. I'm from Atwater, homie.
You just light skinned, homie.
I just light skin, Mexican.
You ain't all dark, homie.
Yeah, my family's Culiacan, me, I'm first generation born here.
Your family's from Michigan, fool?
No, from Culiacan.
Oh, Culiacan. Oh, right. So, yeah, Sinaloans are always white as fuck.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Mr. Tekken? That's another homie I had on the channel. Chuco Town, Texas, right there. He got good raps. He can get down.
I'll check him out.
He got that Mexican style. He's from originally from Juarez, but
okay.
When he raps in Spanish, that shit's on point. Straight up.
Hey, some folks be fucking shooting the shit out of that,
Yeah, that fool get down, dog. I'm trying to have him back on. Soon, hopefully. I'm trying to have everybody. If you guys want to come back on, it doesn't. I told the homie because he's like, I want to come back on and do a better flow. I'm like, yeah, of course, dog. Should let me know. I'm always open to that, dog. You know what I mean? Supporting the homies, that's important, dog. I think that's the most important thing is support, but support from the right hand and the right places, my boy. You can get support from the wrong, you know what I mean, like trash or this person, that person. But at the end of the day, it looks bad on you. I mean, if you don't get the support.
Yeah, that's one thing too that I've been noticing too. Like when I got out this time, I noticed there was a lot of fucking crazy shit on YouTube, you know, like a lot of motherfuckers, you know, you know, like trash and shit, you know, they're on YouTube, you know, like talking about some shit that, you know what I mean, some crazy shit, you know, like,
Yeah,
and it's just like everybody, like they normalize this shit, you know, like shit that motherfuckers shouldn't be speaking on, but they're speaking freely on YouTube, and it's a trip, like that shit been normalized now, you know,
yeah.
and it shouldn't be, you know, and not only that, but it's like then you got people who like these fools are blowing up because of this shit. Their numbers are going up on their channels because they're talking about crazy shit, and then there's motherfuckers who are they're like I don't know if they be fucking hitting these fools up trying to get promotion or what, but it's been a couple instances where people have gotten caught like, you know, like talking to these motherfuckers, you know, like trying to get their fucking probably trying to get them to talk about them, you know, and just to
Man.
get promotion, you know, but
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, but you get a cup, Papa. Yeah, you're right though, homie. You're right. You know, um, that's why, homie. If you look on my channel, dog, I try to keep it simple. When I just put my intro, like, subscribe, comment. I try not to talk too. I let the homies do the talking. You know, whatever the video's about, I let the individuals speak for themselves. I try not to add too much on nothing, dog. I sure as hell won't ever touch any kind of, you know, politicians, homie, in any kind of shape, form, or fashion, dog. That's
yeah,
just,
man, that's when shit starts going bad.
homie. I don't know who could be on this month talking like that and then go to the store freely, homie, and you not knowing who's watching you, dog.
No, yeah,
That's a
especially like you know,
dangerous
like
thing,
it's like
homie.
California and shit, you know,
You know,
like
I'd rather go work 12 hours and be on here telling stories about what's not supposed to be told to the people that
exactly.
are not supposed to hear it, my boy. You feel me? That's
And
just dangerous.
it's like, you know, I've heard a couple people say it too. It's like, you know, like all right, like you know these fools, you know, they, you know, whatever the word you want to use for it, dropped out, you know. They, you know what I mean, just go forward, just look forward, don't fucking look back. And I mean, like, don't have one foot in and out the door, you know. So it's like you want to fucking you left this lifestyle, but you want to, you know, come and give your opinion on some real shit when this shit
Yeah.
doesn't concern you no more, my boy. You fucking you turn your back on this, you know. Just keep it pushing, G. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a salute to you and Hater World. You said the same thing, Hater World. So salute to both of you guys for saying that. I mean, you know, Hater World says something real similar to you, dog, and it's true. If you go to his Hater World and go to Dropout versus Active, type that in, and you'll he said exactly almost what you said, my boy. So
Well,
salute
it's
to
some
that.
real shit. Like
That's some real
it's some
spit,
real, you know.
homie. And not a, hey, homie, you man, dog. One thing I won't do is sell myself for views, homie. But at the end of the day, dog, I could go. I just gotta go do what I gotta do, get my check, homie. I don't gotta be on here shaming my name or shaming myself for 10, 20, 30, $40. Nah, for it ain't worth it.
No,
Ever.
yeah, for sure.
Mr.
And
Tech
you
and
know, you
yeah,
never
go
know,
ahead.
like I mean, like you never know, like one slip up, motherfucker might end up back behind the walls, you know, and that's not really something you wanna, you know.
It's like, you know, out here, it's eggshells every day. You know what I'm saying, my boy? We're
Yeah,
on eggshells every day, dog. That's how we walk every day out here, homie. If you live out in the hood, you out here for real, you're on eggshells, homie. It is what it is. No one's living free. Like, you're living, but you're living. You're watching your bag. You're swervel 20. You're watching out for everything, homie, and you're not at peace, dog. You know what I mean?
no, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You gotta stay safe. Now I take YouTube like I take when I go out my door, dog. I take it the same way, homie. That's how I approach YouTube, you know, because
oh yeah.
if shit carries out, homie, there's consequences to the game, homie. You know,
No,
talk too much.
especially when you're doing YouTube or you're doing music, you know what I mean? You're putting your face out there, you know? And you know what I mean, and you're pretty much putting like a target on your back, like, hey, this is what I represent, you know, and this is my
Yeah,
face, you know. So you know
yeah,
what I mean, you go to the store, you go anything, and people, you know what I mean, I have motherfuckers, you know, walk up to me and like, you know, like, and I'm over here thinking they tripping and shit. I'm already, you know, like, and the motherfucker just wants like a picture or something, you know, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
happens. Like,
You're approaching too fast, my boy.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers need, like, you know, so it's like you're putting yourself out there, so you're walking more on eggshells than everybody else, you know, like, and you know, I mean, we chose to do it ourselves on our own accord, you know, like for whatever reason, but you know what I mean? It's just that, you know what I mean? You're pretty much when you start doing YouTube or you start doing music, and especially when you start like, you know, kind of going up, you're considered a public figure, you know, like you gotta consider yourself a public figure, and you gotta move as such, you
there
know,
you
you gotta
go.
move carefully, you
There
know.
you go. There you go. That's right, fool. So you're smart. You're a smart homie, dog. Hey, you got a lot of knowledge, my boy. I respect that. Hey, it's true though, homie. If you're on here and you're gonna become, yeah, you're right. People are gonna like you, people are gonna hate you. It is what it is. That's life.
Yep.
But I think if you conduct yourself right, you won't have any issues later on down the road. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've connected with a lot of people, dog. A lot of people, homie. And I know a lot of people in real life. And I tell people like all the time, cool. Like if someone really wanted to get a hold of me, they could just get a hold of somebody. Somebody could get a hold of me. So, that's why I try to take this shit serious, dog. I try to stay away from the whole like what's going on in the hood, dog. Blah blah blah. Like what I mean? Because
Yeah,
there
what's
be
going
some
on in the hood is the
YouTubers
same shit that
always
was
be
going
asking
on
the homies
yesterday,
that.
that was going on a year ago, that was going on.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought we were talking about music here. How the fuck did this hop from music to this, dog? You know what I mean? Like, next thing you know, homies are in a wreck, fool. Like, oh, hell no. I try to stay away from that shit. What else we got up on here? Hey, so where's all your music? YouTube, Spotify, Apple?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, anywhere where you could find music, you could find my shit.
You never thought about coming down south, do some shows?
Yeah, I have actually. I just I haven't really linked. I haven't met no promoters from down south. Like I haven't met because I bumped into a couple, like out here, and obviously the one in Reno, but I haven't had the pleasure to get to meet. I don't know, maybe some fools that need to be.
I'll DM you, dog.
All right, yeah. I would love to go down there.
That'd be sick if you guys came down to California. That'd be hella dope.
Yeah. I would love to make that happen. Like that's my mission right there. I'm trying to travel the country, shit, travel the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the homie in my chat, the OG right there. That's an OG right there. He said, "Respect to the young man." That's a real OG right there, homie.
Yeah, right back to you, OG.
He always gives me a lot of love, a lot of glitch on me all the time.
Yeah. Salud.
Shit, fool. It's good to see our people growing though, dog. In a different light, we're always looked at in a certain light, homie. But now a lot of youngsters, a lot of you guys are pushing us in a different direction, my boy, with the music, putting it on for the people, dog. You know what I mean? We're not just looked at no more as one thing no more. We're actually in music now. You guys are making videos, all little homie, like putting it on for music, dog. And back then, homie, we were just looked at as one thing, homie.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. Like when I first started like stepping on the scene, like I kind of like started fucking around, like 2011, started working on the music. Back then, even homies even rappers that were like making money off of the raza, off of the homies, they were like, oh, hey, like we don't really, they didn't really want to fuck with you because you said your hood, or you said this, or you said you said certain shit in your raps, but as time went on, I feel like that shit became more like mainstream, more like like all the gangbanging shit, like some of the biggest artists in the game, like for example, like my biggest, I've always like when I remember when they used to say like, oh, you're not gonna get nowhere with your music, you're saying this and you're saying that, but you got fucking YG who went platinum off an album that was fucking straight throwing up his bottle on every fucking song, and respect to like somebody who could do it like that, because you kind of flip it on them, So now you got more of like the homies that are they're coming out, they're straight, throwing up their sets, throwing up, yelling out, Sud, all that shit, and you got fools like Travieso, or Lil Travieso, he RIP the homie, but he made it pretty big before he passed away, unfortunately, but he made it pretty big, and all his music was just straight dissing, like straight.
Watch out! He made an album with the neighborhood right here down like. I don't want to say the name out loud. I don't want to put him on that, but he did an album with some of the homies like close to the neighborhood down right here, homie. And it tripped me out, homie. I'm like, that's a solid cat, homie. He was really out here in LA. He was really out here, dog.
Yeah, he was out there running around and shit.
Really out here, homie, in the field doing the thing, dog.
Yeah, so it's like it's possible now, and I feel like like to elaborate on what we were talking about earlier about like the distribution, and you got like the distro kid, they made it possible to do a lot of shit like that. They made it possible to where now you don't have to wait for motherfuckers to put you on. You can put yourself on.
Yourself on. That's what the little homies needed. Put yourself on. Because if you sit there and wait for that, put me on, it probably never come. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? But now if you guys can put yourselves on, that shit is.
Yeah, all you got to do, you get that distribution account, you start pushing your own music, stack up a little bit of money, start doing videos, like, I'm saying, like, it's doable now, like, you don't gotta wait. Anybody could do it, you got skills, you could do it, even motherfuckers that don't got skills, they're doing it the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it just depends on your work ethic,
When people just talk about some nonsense, they're doing it big.
Yeah, that grinds my gears.
No,
some fake ass motherfuckers talking about some straight nonsense, but they just go viral for talking shit, you know?
There's consequences to that shit, though, dog.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And
But,
they'll find out eventually.
you know, he homie said, those are songs that have more views than gang. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. People like that gang shit, homie, because a lot, I want to say 90% of the world is not gang members, homie. So they're interested in gang politics. They're interested, and they're going to go for the people that are going to speak on it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not on this
Oh,
channel.
yeah.
Homie. We don't do that here, dog.
Don't do that.
We don't do that here, mom. I'm gonna advertise that right now. That don't happen on this channel in any given shape, form, or fashion.
Hey, cause like, you know, I try to like, you know, be careful what I say nowadays, you know, like in my music and shit. But you know what I mean? It's still, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
But, you know, music's music,
I still
my
let myself be known in my music, you know, like
you got to, dog. You got to.
yeah.
Part of the
back
music, homie. It's part of the music. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta let them know where you're from. Back then, it was more like every other word was dissing the other fools, you know, fucking the hood, you know, saying this. And so like back then, like when I used to try to reach out to artists, like, hey, what's up, you know, with a verse, whatever the case may be, they'd be like, hey, you know, like I'll do it for this much, but you know, like try to keep all that other shit, you know, to a minimum. And it's like, man, I felt appalled, like, motherfucker, how you gonna fucking take my money and then tell me what I can and can't say in my own shit, you know, like, fuck you.
That's like slapping me in the face. I mean,
I would end up just not doing it, you know, like,
hey, trip out. How do you feel about these? Like, you know, you got rappers, homie, who they're not really like they I don't, you know, they put an image like they're with the biz and all this shit, fool, and then when shit goes down, like you find out like they're not really who they said they were. You know, I think like sometimes rapping gets to fools' dome and they get lost in the rapping, homie, and they forget who they are, you know? Like there's a lot of that shit, though. You know?
No, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
I would say like it's like for example, you know,
like I'm talking about famous artists, like big
yeah.
time
Like,
rappers, you know,
example, you had like you know, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, like that's a prime example, you know, like before he caught that case, he was fucking super blood on YouTube
on the
and
net,
you know, like, saying fuck LA, I'm not gonna check in, you know, all this shit, you know, like just talking a lot of shit, you know. They rushed the homies out there on LAX, you know, it was like he was big and bad, you know, over there fucking supposedly, you know, doing robberies and fucking recording on my live. I don't know who the fuck does that, some fucking dumbass shit, but you know, recording robberies on live and you know, he gets caught up for this shit, and you know what first thing he does is fucking start singing, you know. So that not just for him, but it's a lot of these guys, you know. Then you got the example, you know, like with the Gunna Young Thug situation. So like a lot of these rappers, you know, I feel like they get brainwashed by their own music. They start feeling like they really are that guy that they talk about, you know. So once shit hits the fan, not, you know what I mean, it's easy to be gangster till it's time to do some gangster shit. So when that judge is telling you like, hey, you're facing a mandatory fucking 20-year sentence. Sorry, fellas, you know, I'm out. I'm on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side. You know, that's you know what I mean. Like,
there's no water on this side, my boy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. The grass.
You better be ready to fucking be thirsty for the rest of your life, my boy.
Yeah, you know, and that's you know what I mean. That's one thing. That's one thing when I went down in my case, you know, because you know, man, I don't really want to get into it too much, but you know, I went down in an indictment. It was 50 of us, you know, and out of those 50, I want to say it was like 10 or 15 of us that actually fucking did time, you know, and you know what I mean, you know what that means, you know. So it's like, you know, I started seeing motherfuckers that I thought were my close friends, fucking, you know what I mean, not going where I was going, you know, not in the same colors in the county jail that I was wearing, you know. So fucking, you know, so like that hurts, you know, when you're going to court with co-defendants and they're talking about they introducing the witness list, and you know what I mean, that nigga you would have fucking shared your last fucking soup with, you know, slept in the same fucking bed with the fucking, because you know he didn't have nowhere to go. You shared your clothes with him, and he's on the motherfucking witness list. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers don't know how it is to go through shit like that. You know, like that's why I see all these fools on YouTube talking about some, you know, crazy shit. But they're talking about shit that, you know what I mean, that I put my life on the line for. You know, shit that I went through. You know what I mean? I fucking got told on by some of my closest friends. I fucking, you know, had my Haina leave me in the county jail because I was facing a life sentence. You know, like these motherfuckers don't know what it's like to, you know what I mean, go through that struggle. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, homie. They're talking about other people's pain, homie. You know, and this shit's it's not for views, homie. It's real life. People are really out there. They're really going through this as we speak. Homies are going through that right now. They're locked up. Their Hainas gone. You know, a lot of shit's happening, dog. And to be on here just talking like trying to like advertise it, to me that's foul, homie, because that's really a homie struggle, dog. If you're really out here, that's the struggle you're living, homie. You know.
And I was fortunate enough to make it out. You know, I only did 5 years, But there's motherfuckers, you know, that especially like I have a couple co-defendants of mine doing 20 plus years. You know, I got a homie, he got 2 life sentences. You know, like for the case that we went down for. You know, so it's like. You know what I mean? You're making money off of these man's struggles. You know, you're out here fucking sleeping with your wife and fucking eating at eating good. You know what I mean? You're
A
fucking
5-star restaurant, huh?
struggles, you know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker trying to find out how to get. Hey, we're over here trying to find out how to get gas money. Come on,
You feel me?
we ain't even.
Like,
Come on.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know, like especially like where I pro from. You know, we're out there in Susanville in the high desert and shit. You know, like that shit for me it was 6 hours. You know, so probably from like I remember the homies from Riverside saying it was like 12 hours from them. You know, like 12-hour drive. So a lot of people's family couldn't make it way the fuck up there. You know, so like
Yeah, you gotta get. Usually the homies got to get the bus down or the train. You know what I mean?
But it's still it's a long journey, especially for like people's families. You know, like especially you have a job and shit like that. You know, it's a long
Yeah,
journey.
it's a long journey, my boy, and you know you're lucky. Like if you get to that train station right there in Corcoran, then you could ride all the way to fucking LA. You know, but getting there is the hard part. You know what I mean?
There was a program too. I remember it was like once a year. They used to have like shit to, like get on the bus or some shit. They would bring your people and shit.
Who's it? 2 boys are over here boxing it out. Like,
Over there duking it out.
fucking fools, eh? Nah, but it's good to finally tap in with a real upstater. That's what's up, fool. You know.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna move forward with that one. Yeah, shout out to Low no doubt though, homie.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a
Connecting
good
you.
homie right
You solid homie, you know, shot me your way, you know. And I don't know, dog, like you're just cool, homie. I like keep pushing the music, and then hopefully we can do more interviews. If you maybe some of your people want to come on too, homie, they're welcome to, you know.
Oh
So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna share your channel on my channel, dog, and I'll just we'll just keep going from there, dog. You DM me, and we can chop it up, homie. And, you know what I mean? Use the platform for, you know what I mean? Like I'm extending you the platform. Do whatever you want to bring your people on. You know some solid homies you want to come on talk about their music. Hey, let me know. I got you guys.
Yeah, you gotta get the homies. You gotta get the homie Flacco 209. Lazy boy, he's out here shit. Even the
Look,
homie Cleo right here, he's a little camera shy, but
I was camera shy too. I barely got used to this shit. It ain't easy for a homie when you're used to not, you know what I mean, being like behind the scenes. I barely got used to this shit too, my boy. So, you know, I feel them. But hey, you have my information, fool. So you want to set something up with your homies, and or you guys can come on whenever. Let me know. Set it up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But coming up on an hour, hey, let them know where to find you at one more time. And like,
Pretty much on YouTube, 95301 connection with a K. You feel me? Just like that. You know what I mean? We on Apple Music, Spooky Meyers, Spotify, same shit. Pandora, you can find me anywhere. Spooky Meyers, Meyers. Yeah, you know what I mean? Fucking tap in. We on all platforms. You know what I'm saying, fucking on everything. You know what I mean? We got some new music videos dropping soon and shit. Like I said, the Cold Summer album's dropping hopefully in the next month or so. Look up that Hometown Celebrity album. That's just out now on all platforms and shit. You know what I mean? Got some bangers on that motherfucker. And I mean the homie Flacco 209 from the Block to the Top album out on all platforms and shit. Look up the homie Pollo from Santa Cruz. He got some shit coming out. You know what I mean? My team's out here eating and shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the homies that tapped in. You know what I mean? I see the homie Mac on there. Fucking Lazy, fucking Flacco. Shout out to homie Pollo. Shout out to all the homies out there and shit. You already know, A's up.
He wants to know where you're at and what's your name. Where Spooky Meyers, and he's from.
Yeah, Spooky Meyers. I'm from Atwater, from Central California, from the Valley, Central Valley.
Central Valley, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you, my dog.
Yeah.
Hey, when you want to come on again, do part 2, we can set it up. Maybe a little later, we can go longer when my kids are like not all in the mix. You want to bring on your gente, dog. You're more than welcome to. Your homies, you're more than welcome to come on. Message me, and then we'll get at that, dog. All right?
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, dog. I appreciate your time, homeboy. Salute to all you and your people, dog. Much respect, dog. Much love.
Yeah, you my boy.
Gracias. All right, guys. Go over there, book. I'm going right now. We're gonna end this live. We're gonna end it with the homies' music. Yeah, respect to the homies, Spooky Meyers. Hey, we're gonna end it with his music, guys. We're gonna bump this shit. I'm going. I'm going, good. Hey, you guys stay tuned. Bump this shit real quick. I'll be right back. And we're gonna end it with this jam. I'll be right back, guys. Bump this shit.
I can get your ass checked like you was trying to get verified. I ain't fucking with these suckers. Bosses known to be telling lies. You been acting in the streets like the shit is on televised. Ain't no passes in my hood. Ain't no blaming no verified. I can get your ass checked like you was trying to get verified. I ain't fucking with these suckers. Bosses known to be telling lies. You been acting in the streets like the shit is on televised. Ain't no passes in my hood. Ain't no way we gon' let it slide.
Call me Vincent, take your bitch to the jet park, bitch. I'm terrified. I ain't fucking with these rappers cause they verses full of lies. And little homies follow me, pussy kids are fine. I'm gonna be on my scar face.
There you go. Hey, gracias. Hey, Mr. Tekken, you want to come back on, my dog? I'm gonna email you. Watch out. I think I got your email still. Hold on, big dog. That's all. Oh, I got your email right here. I'm gonna email you, my boy. Mr. Tekken, I'm gonna email you for, and then you can come back on the channel and we can do a repeat, my boy. Hey, and all the homies, salute to all the homies from Atwater. Y'all homies, get at the homie, he'll get at me. I'll bring your homies on. Salute. And we're gonna end it. Don't do drugs, guys. Bad for you. Stay sober. Stay sober so your mind's right. You know what I mean? Keep your 10 toes down on the concrete at all times. Keep your head on swivel, homie. You never know, homie. You always got to keep your eyes out because motherfuckers come take that pop. Just rap. You know what I mean? And no. I'm gonna email you right now, my boy. I got you. Yeah, man. Spooky's a good homie. Spooky Meyers, that about the right there, solid, smart individual, homie. He said a lot of things, homie, that caught my attention. He said a lot of smart things, homie, that a lot of bottles don't say, dog. You know what I mean? And I gotta salute that, homie. Right there. And all his homeboys he rides with, all his camp. Salute, homie. From Riverside, IE. You know what I mean? You already know what it be. Straight up, homie. It takes a smart individual at his age to talk like that, homie. Homie's on game. He's on point. You know what time it is. You know what I mean? Salute to that shit, my boy. Straight up. That's some radical shit, homie. Real recognize real. A lot of fools say, oh, real recognize real, homie. And a lot of fools use that shit as the same, my boy. But when someone speaks, homie, intelligently, you already know what time it is, homie. You already know. 10 down all day. You know what I mean? That's all I fuck with. Hey, salute to you guys. I'm going to get back to being a dad. Spooky, gracias for coming on. Shouts out to all Atwater. Much respect, much love from the IE, Riverside, California. Y'all already know what it be, homies. Hey, saludos, Benny. I hope you're having a blessed day, my boy. Hey, y'all vatos from Atwater want to come on the show? Tell the homie, message me, get at me. Saludos, dog. I'm gone. Y'all vatos have a good, safe, blessed evening, my boys. Gracias. Lazy boy, hey, dog. Respect my boy. Hopefully you come on too, dog. All you vatos from Atwater, it'd be a blessing to have you vatos on. Salute to all my homies upstate, all my upstate sueños. Much love. Watch out from Riverside, California, baby. That's right. Hey, much love, much respect, and I'm gone, vatos. Enjoy your guys.